What's up, VC? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be my response to the thread that's going around with the black albums, black covers thread. I figure, what better song to have as as a theme song for this video than "Am I Black Enough for You" by Billy Paul. So that's what's playing in the background. But yeah, just thread, just kind of showing album covers that are predominantly or dominated by black, if you will. And yes, just want to jump on board. It's so funny too. There's a bunch of people that have done responses, which is what made me think about doing it this morning. So I just kind of saw them all in my feed, and I watched Chris Profi's video this morning. And he said, "Man, everybody's doing a response to this thing." He's like, "I talked to my mom last night, and she was doing a response. She ain't even got any black albums." Dude, I laughed so hard when I heard you say that this morning. That was a great way to start the day. But yeah, I'm not sure what everyone else has shown because I haven't had a chance to watch really many of the videos. I put them all in my favorites. I'll kind of go back through and check them out tonight. But yeah, here's mine. And not going into a lot of details, just kind of flashing and showing stuff. So let's dive right in. We'll start here with one that has to go into the discussion. Danzig, classic album. Nice Gold Stamp promo pressing there. Next, Sarah McLachlan, Surfacing. You know, Sweet Surrender, Building a Mystery. Definitely my favorite album by her. Classic Records pressing there, which is kind of nice too. New, another great album. That's a classic from 1975. Let's do this one next. Eagles, The Long Run. Definitely makes the cut. Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Then you have The System by Seal. Excuse me. One of his albums that kind of gets lost in his catalog. A little bit more of a dance type of album as opposed to more the in my opinion, the awesome emotional stuff that he does. First Impressions, The Strokes. I know you guys know that one. We Sold Our Soul, Black Sabbath. That's probably going to be a given for a lot of people. Black Sabbath 13. The one and only D Mode, Violator. Uriah Heep Live. Another great black cover there. As well as Talking Heads, Fear of Music. And this one's kind of close enough, I guess. I mean, it does have a lot on the front, but Betty Davis, Is It Love or Desire? Queen of Funk, had to show her. Same thing with this one, kind of close. Excuse me. Method Man, Redman, Blackout. Fantastic album. It's one of my favorite songs by them, which is The Rottweiler. I love that. And I figured a ton of people were gonna pick Bad Company's first self-titled album, which is their greatest album for sure. But obviously that black cover. But I decided to go with Live at Red Rocks, which is basically a play off the exact same cover. Chicago, Transit Authority. Another one that obviously fits that well. And the band that I always say is the most rock and roll R&B band ever, Cameo. This is their 1978 release. Stone Temple Pilots. Another one of their albums that kind of gets overlooked in their catalog, but truly a fantastic album there. Just like this 1996 release from Accept, which is The Predator. Another just kind of very solid metal album that gets a little bit overlooked, but Accept The Predator. And this cover was almost made for this thread right there. Soft Machine 5. Fantastic album. Soft Machine has a bunch of different albums, and they kind of have them nicely labeled as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and whatever. But the first two albums are kind of, I guess, more on the psychedelic-ish side. But then like 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are just this awesome type of kind of experimental, somewhat on the free jazz side, maybe progressive jazz and some. But yeah, great stuff. If you're not familiar with them, make sure you check them out. And 3, 4, and 5 are great albums to start with. Wait, moving right along. Something Else by Cannonball Adderley. Another just absolute classic. John Coltrane, Coltrane Time. Got to show that one. As well as John Coltrane and Johnny Hartman. Mistress America, fantastic soundtrack. Came out in 2015, which I think is about the same year the movie came out, but definitely has a very, very strong 80s feel to it. Most of the music on there, about 90% of it, is all just instrumental with just very smooth, dream poppy, floaty 80s type of vibe. And if you're an 80s fan, you definitely should have that album, as well as this one, Teen Wolf soundtrack. I don't care what nobody says. This freaking soundtrack is on point. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So continuing on. Uh, Shiny Toy Guns, La Disco, Jecta, Domina. Oh, sorry. Covering up the best part of the album cover. Daft Punk. Oh, and that Ejecta's kind of somewhat synth pop type of thing. Daft Punk, of course. LCDC. Did I just mix LCD and ACDC together? LCDC. That could be an interesting collaboration. LCD Sound System. So that's the best part about not editing. You get to see and hear that type of stuff. 4533. I'm not a huge fan of house music, electronic music, and that whole genre at all. And I freaking love this album and still can't explain it to this day. It's just awesome album. Best of Muddy Waters. Mud. LL Cool J, All World. Just greatest hits, basically. You know about that. T.I. King. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Greatest hits. Korn, Falling Away From Me, 12-inch. Black Label Society. Buzzovin, I believe is how you pronounce it. I'm not sure, but 2000, just sounds from 2011 metal band, just kind of discovered. And of course, we're going to talk about a Black Thread. We got to show the Black Album with Metallica. And one little Metallica album that kind of gets slept on a little bit. It's kind of this 4-track EP, Beyond Magnetic. That's another solid black cover. If you haven't heard that or not familiar with it, make sure you check it out, though. Just a Bullet Away is a fantastic track on that. Should have probably made the studio album, in my opinion. Sepultura. Jennifer O'Connor. Here With Me. Another really cool album. Annika. Junip. Really cool album. If you're not familiar with them, I do want to take a quick second and say, make sure you check out the song After All Is Said and Done. It's just a fantastic song that for me just emotionally takes me to incredible places, and I listen to it all the time. When I was working out yesterday, I actually listened to it. It pops up all the time for me. Franz Ferdinand. Of course, this has the big hit Take Me Out. Hot Chip, The Warning. And this one may cut it close. I guess it's still predominantly black, even though it has a lot of gold and everything else. But the Wallflowers. Of course, on here you have One Headlight, 6th Avenue, Heartache, and a few other good tracks on there. The Outfield, Voices of Babylon. One of their albums that maybe doesn't get as much attention as some of the earlier ones. But, definitely a great album. Has one of my top 5 favorite songs by them, which is My Paradise is on this. So awesome. Real Life, Send Me an Angel from 89 for all you Rad fans. So can't wait to get a very nice copy of a studio album of this, but just haven't stumbled across one yet, especially a near mint one. Thin Lizzy, Bad Reputation. Exile, Mixed Emotions. Joan Baez in Concert, another great album. It's a 2-part series, I guess, to this concert, but this is part 1. Fantastic album, really cool album cover. And last but not least, Best of Procol Harum. So there you go. those are my black album covers. In the infamous words of Billy Paul, uh, am I black enough for you on these album covers? Let me know. All right, thanks for watching, VC, and we will talk to you soon. All right, take care, guys.